Hey, everybody. It is Wednesday. Welcome to the Keto Show. In the house, we have Lee and Mike. Lee, why don't you tell us what you got cooking today? What do you got?
So
You got a new toy there?
I got a helper. I got a lovely assistant. Pat Sajak had to have Vanna. I've got Pete from Pete's Interest. She's looking to
revamp the channel.
bring her channel back to life. So y'all check it out. But anyway, what the other day we went out to the restaurant with my dad, and this restaurant had one of the daily soups was a lasagna soup, and I was like, ooh. And when she told me that they were out of it, that's when I wanted it. You know how that happens.
Mm-hmm.
So I was thinking about it, and last week I said, Mike, let's do a keto take on lasagna soup.
Okay.
Apparently, it's a viral TikTok thing.
Could be.
I don't know, but that's what Cooking with CJ said, and that's what my one Chat GPT auto guy, I forget his name, ADHD Dave. But he does a Chat GPT AI kitchen, whatever. Anyway, that's what they said. It was viral. So we're gonna try it.
Nice.
I'm going to do the dorm room version for those who are in college or just want like one or something. So that's going to be my take on it.
Right
So when
on.
it comes time to put the noodles in, she's going to take some of the base and make hers.
Cool.
Yep.
Right on. Mike, how about you?
Well, I am going to also cook the thing because Lee issued a challenge. So I'm going to cook the same soup, but we'll see what I bet you we come up with different ideas than what we won't have the same soup. It'll be different forms of it, I'm sure. And we have not talked about it at all, except to say we're doing the soup, and that's it. So
Right on.
if you hear my dogs, I apologize.
That's what I have a mute button for, Mike.
Somebody had the audacity to walk by our house.
Oh, I hear you. All right. Well, I'm the grilling dude, and I'm your producer.
Basically.
And I think this is going to be a great show, guys. So I want to say hi to Steve over at Dutchie's Outdoor Cooking and Barbecue. And I want to say hi to the other Steve, or Kent, sorry, over at Daddy Dutch. And my Uncle Tim is in the house. So welcome, everybody.
Hello.
All right.
Hi.
So who wants to start this?
Well, I got my fire lit and getting her heated up, and then I've got a pound of ground beef and a pound of, a package of brats. They're Italian sausage. So we're going to cut them out of the casing and then make it like ground sausage, Italian sausage. We got an onion. Check that out.
We got something that says palm. Oh, okay. There we go.
Palmini noodles. Now these are from the Hearts of Palm. They come in little sheets like this.
Oh, okay. How cool is that?
So I opened the can and I rinsed it really good. So just in case I feel like I need more, I have another bag that I got today.
There you go.
In case I need more.
All right. Well, let's see what Mike's got cooking.
Well, I am using just straight Italian sausage. And since I am basically lazy, I got mine already out of the casing.
Are you like lazy keto?
We got Marcel in the house. Hello, Marcel. All right, guys, let's go. We're off.
I know if I'd have been cutting them out of the casing, I'd have probably ended up cutting my finger.
Well, that is called good content, Mike.
Yeah.
Don't listen to him, y'all. Please don't cut your fingers.
I was seasoning some I was seasoning some cast iron yesterday and burnt my finger, and just so happened it's on video.
Nice.
Even better, y'all.
Maybe we'll catch you cutting your finger.
Whenever he did his video today, instead of getting gloves to take hot iron off of the fire, he takes his hands and then goes, ow, 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 all the way to the sink.
But do you know why? Not just because I'm an idiot, but you're always going to remember that.
Yeah.
That's true.
You need to start listening to your aunts whenever they say use pot holders.
I did. I got potholders.
Got
Well,
it.
see, I was cooking an egg pizza one time, and I ended up with third-degree burns on my hands because I set the skillet down on the stove, but apparently I didn't put it down good, and it started falling off, and I saw it sliding, and I had something in my left hand, so I grabbed it with my right hand, and I still do not have fingerprints on these 4 fingers right here.
Mike, what are you doing after the show? There's a bank down the street that I've been looking at.
Hey,
The
I'm always
thumb,
down for a job heist.
I mean, I don't know. Can you see right there?
Hold on.
There's no fingerprint. There is no fingerprint on that finger.
Nice.
None whatsoever.
You can do a lot with that.
Yep. And this one too. Now the others it's not as bad, but they're still not raised enough to get a reading on it. And,
Burn them fingerprints right off.
and Paige says, "Why didn't you just let it hit the floor?" I said, "No."
Now, you did say an egg pizza, right?
I did.
Enlighten.
Not a frittata. Not a frittata. This was different.
Oh.
So enlighten me on what an egg pizza is.
Well, it is similar to a frittata, but it's you keep it a little softer than a frittata. So that's basically the difference right there. And
Okay.
I've got the video out there. I'm gonna do the egg pizza again
There you go.
and do a new video with it.
Okay.
This time, don't burn yourself. Either that or burn the rest of your
I
thumbprints
ended
off.
up in the emergency room that night.
Ooh. We got Terry in the house. Hello, hello.
What's up, Terry?
Hey, Terry. But yeah, I ended
Everybody's
up,
got it going on.
So-
a year is not complete for me if I don't have at least one trip to the ER.
Well, I'm in and out of the hospital so dang much. I try to avoid all that.
And that
It's
year,
okay, babe.
that year, I ended up with 2 trips to the ER because I broke this wrist,
Mm.
and this finger right here, the knuckle on this finger, I broke it right in the knuckle, and I burnt my hand. So 2 different trips to the ER. So I kind of covered myself for the next year.
See, Mike, I just wait until I go to the doctor and I tell my oncologist, and he's like, yeah, maybe we should look into that.
Stephen and Jacqueline. Brother Stephen, our island brothers in the
Stephen?
house.
Brother Steven.
What's the weather like on the island?
Yeah. Is it higher than 34 degrees, Stephen?
Yeah,
So, Mike,
that's Indian, Stephen.
Mike and the dude,
Mike and the dude.
question for y'all.
Yep.
Sure.
Since Tom's not around, I watched his video, and he's like starting off talking about how to start keto. And with this being, I heard it today that January 12th is National I Quit Day. And what
That's
it's where everybody quits their New Year's resolutions.
Oh, you got to wait that long?
Well, yeah, I know, right? I mean, some of us didn't make it 15 minutes. But
yeah.
so with that, Tom put up kind of how to stick with it, right?
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
So for somebody brand new, like say Pay, who's not very carb conscious or anything, what advice would you give? Either one of you.
Drunken Chef's in the house, by the way. Hello, hello.
Hey, Steph,
I'd say. Oh, sorry, wrong mic. Go for it, Mike.
Either Mike.
Remove all temptation. Unless you are not the only one in the house that's, unless somebody else is not keto in the house. And if that's the case, put it where it's out of sight, out of mind for you. But
So
I got rid of everything and started fresh.
now, what would you say with the recommending carb count, like that kind of stuff? Dump this in that bag.
First off, you take electrolytes and drink a lot of water, and because keto flu is a real thing, and it's basically you're low on electrolytes and you feel like just warmed over trash. But I would say start out doing net carbs and eliminate everything starchy and keep it 20 carbs or less a day. Net carbs.
How many? You broke up there for
Go to total carbs. You can do that, but start out with net because it'll make your transition a lot easier.
So that was one of the things I wanted to talk about was net carbs. For somebody starting out like a young individual, if you have to add math, it's too much. and I mean, and that's just when I first got diagnosed with diabetes, there was no standard, right? There was no bar, there was no guidelines. Just eat basically a plant-based diet. Okay, fine. Net carbs were out. That wasn't even a thing. What they told me was, and this is the easiest way to tell somebody that they can be mindful when they do it. At meals, 60 carbs or less.
Okay.
Per meal, right?
Per meal. So at lunch, breakfast, lunch, and dinner, you have 60 carbs. Because that's easy math, right? You look at this and you say, here's
that's
my
180 carbs a day.
Here's my carbs. And then, but this is going from somebody who's, 4 boxes of Twinkies and 7 regular Cokes a day.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So now you're teaching them how to read the labels.
Yes.
And to say serving size versus carbs. And I was keeping a journal and I would write down, if I made a salad, I could make a big salad. And that was what was really cool was I could see how much I was eating of what. So then your snack time was 30 carbs. Okay. So then you're like, okay, well, that's a fruit cup and a granola bar. Boom. Good to go.
Right.
I can eat 5 cans of green beans. Now, you can't really eat 5 cans of green beans, but you could. Like, mentally, like, trying to figure it out, right?
Yeah.
And that was a diabetic diet. So then when you transition to keto, you kind of do the same thing, but you're eliminating all the processing and the starches and the sugars and the sugar alcohols. That gets a little deeper. But the net carbs throws in more math than what the common person wants to do.
Well, I have a solution for that. Now, when you first start out, because you need to understand the amount of carbs you're taking in, I do recommend tracking it at least for the first week or two. Now, after that, if you just eliminate the potatoes, the rice, corn, flour, that kind of stuff, and just concentrate on the leafy vegetables and cruciferous vegetables. Don't eat any beans other than green beans. And there's a debate whether or not green beans are a keto item, and I say they are.
The green part is, the bean is actually not.
Yeah.
So French
But if
cut
you look
green beans, eat the whole can.
Yep. But if you cut out all of that and sugar, oh Lord, get rid of the sugar, you'll be in great shape. You'll be in great shape. I have
Guys,
here.
I want to say hi to Cheryl's place and Bat.
Hey,
Mr.
Cheryl.
Bat's in the house.
Howdy, howdy, howdy.
What's that? This I have We Italian here. This is from Ginger and Joey at Not for Nothing Homestead. They sent it to me. There's their little logo on there.
Very cool.
Yeah.
Nice.
And I'm going to put it in there. And I measure with my heart.
Yeah, I watched that and I was like, okay, how would I explain this to somebody? You know, an easy way to do it, because if it's complicated, if there's more than 2 steps, it ain't getting done.
Okay.
Bottom line, right?
This is true.
I mean, if you have to do more than 2 steps, you ain't gonna do it. But if you're looking at something simple, carbs, you look at the carbs and you look at the serving size. That teaches you kind of about like my dad, he knows now a piece of bread is 12 to 15, depending on whether it's white bread or wheat bread per slice. So he knows that.
Right.
And then he knows like an apple about that big is going to be what do you say, like 26 or something like that. So he knows that he's picked up some stuff. But if it's now you got to subtract the dietary fibers and all that stuff.
I wouldn't think you'd do that at first. I mean, that's something as you go along, you learn.
Yes. So at first, we're talking brand new. I'm used to, like, when I first started, I was Pop-Tarts and Mountain Dew. Like, no kidding. That was my staple. And
what you putting in, Mike?
More of We Italian.
Okay.
And I've already added some garlic powder and onion powder.
Nice. So keep going.
Tomato sauce too, and it's just sauce out of a can.
It looks great.
Yeah.
So Lee, you were Twinkies and Mountain Dew?
Yeah, there we go.
Pop-Tarts.
Pop-Tarts.
We go through a can
Close.
or a carton of Pop-Tarts in maybe 3 days if we
Like,
want to eat alone.
My breakfast
Was 2
back
Pop-Tarts.
in my 20s was a packet of Pop-Tarts and 2 Mountain Dews, 2 cans of Mountain Dew.
Holy smokes.
That was every breakfast. And now it's not. Now,
Well, even before you started doing keto, when I was growing up,
yeah,
it
I
was
mean,
still really bad. And I took after that a little bit because we always had soda. So, like, him not drinking as much soda, me and my sister are like, you know what? There's more soda for us. Let's go at it. And so we'll drink 3 or 4 cans a day.
We got Belt Loop in the house.
Hey, Bill.
howdy. That's a new guy.
It's a new guy. Good. Welcome.
Hey, Cheryl wants to know what you guys are making. Lee, why don't you tell us first again?
We are doing our take on lasagna soup. Supposedly it was a viral TikTok thing. I don't know. But we are making basically a keto version.
Yeah.
I'm doing the dorm room version or the single serving.
Well, I'm going to say keto-ish. I'm going to say keto-ish because my marinara is
Not keto.
what was on sale.
Okay.
This was $1.59
Ooh.
versus Rails, which was like $8.
Wow.
So, hey, you can eat healthy on a budget. You just got to mind what you're doing.
Sure. Mike, what do you got going on?
You have an Aldi near you?
Yeah, it's clear across town, so I hadn't been up that in town.
because the Aldi brand of sauce, if you're gonna get a jar of sauce and you don't want to pay the price of it, Aldi has one that pretty much mimics Rayo's.
Okay.
So, Mike, what are you cooking?
I am cooking the same thing as Lee since he issued the challenge to do it. And we kind of figured that we're going to end up with two different versions. We have not collaborated on this other than to say we're cooking the soup. So far, I can tell you we are going to be vastly different because he's using a jar sauce. I'm using tomato sauce and adding my spices to it. And he's going to use palmini lasagna noodles, which I've tried and I love. The only reason I'm not doing them is because the store didn't have them. But I'm going to do something different. I'm going to have a little bit of a different take on it, and I'm going to bring that out in just a few minutes.
Looking forward to it. Let's see what Lee's got going on here. Still cutting onions.
We cut some onions, and now she's cutting some garlic. One thing I got from Tom was if you go to Sam's Club and you buy the big bulk bag, it's like a 2-pound bag of garlic.
Mm-hmm.
It's like $10 or whatever, $10, $12.
Yeah.
You take out what you want, put the rest in the freezer.
Yeah.
So these are still frozen. Well, these ones are still frozen. So she's mincing them right now.
There you go. Yeah, Tom does that. I gotta start doing that. I don't have a lot of space in my freezer. That's the problem.
Belt Loop hit the nail on the head. Cutting onions is probably better than cutting the cheese.
Yeah.
He's just thinking out loud.
Especially with this one.
Oh!
I am not a mirror.
Oh!
Cab, you have my permission to smack him.
Yes.
The producer gives you permission.
So I'm going to add the onion into my meat. That almost didn't sound right.
That almost sounded very.
I find, too, that lots of things that are frozen or semi-frozen are easier to cut as well. Like a steak. If I were going to make, I should make this, Philly cheesesteak. You cut that steak just so thin or you shave it. And frozen is the way to go.
Yep. So here's where I'm going different. I'm using Hearts of Palm, but I'm using their brown rice.
Okay.
Okay.
That's and because I was going to use the lasagna noodles, but Lee bought the last pack.
Damn you, Lee.
I even put one pack back because the bags were buy one, get one.
Uh-huh.
And I was going to buy 2 bags. I said, no, I got 1 can at home. Let me put 1 bag back, and I got the angel hair pasta for later on. We're going to do a skyline chili mix.
Ooh, yum.
Yeah, I know, right?
Mike, we're here we go, guys. Here we go. Here's the moment of truth. He pours the rice into the soup.
Putting the rice in.
Look at the skill he has, shaking that one hand.
Whoa. Out of context, that's really bad.
Okay.
Oh, get your mind out of the gutter, college student. Jeez.
Hey, I'm his daughter. What do you want me to do?
Don't throw me under the bus.
I can't help it, guys.
So now, P, if you will take this bowl back there, we need to mix up some ricotta with the Parmesan. Yep. Now now it says to soften my onions, so I'm kind of halfway not there. But we're going to do it anyway. I'm going to throw in my garlic. It said a tablespoon, so we just kind of guessed. And a lot of doing the reading labels and stuff that we were talking about will help you judge like how much a tablespoon is in your hand, or when you throw it into a pot so you don't have to always measure.
Yeah.
Cheryl says, I have not made this soup yet. I'll have to try this and add it to my keto menu. Very cool. And Cast Iron IRL with Honey J Badger says, what's up, everyone?
What's
Hey
up,
there.
James?
How you doing? Now somebody will say rice with lasagna. I have used cauliflower rice in making lasagna instead of using the noodles, and it is great that way.
Yeah, I only need like half a cup.
You know, the cauliflower rice is the only form of cauliflower I like.
I understand, but I'm gonna give everybody a little tip when making cauliflower anything. Once you cook the cauliflower, put it in a pan and dry it out, just a dry pan, and stir it around, either the rice or the florets or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Stir it around and let it get the moisture out of it,
Yep.
and it will have a whole better flavor. It will help absorb the other flavors. You won't be overwhelmed with the cauliflower flavor.
Gotcha. I heard cheese helps too.
Really?
You just
Cheese.
dump a bunch of cheese on it. I see you nodding your head.
Yeah.
I love cheese, y'all.
I know
Lee,
that.
what do we got going in there?
So this is low sodium chicken broth.
Okay, I use it too.
I put my marinara in there, and then I poured chicken broth in the jar and shook it up really good to, clean the jar.
Second.
Okay.
Yeah.
I use beef broth because that's what I have.
Works.
Did you put parmesan in it?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I added like 2 layers.
Okay. Taste it. Make sure it's good.
It's cheese.
It's cheese. Now it said 2
Cut knows what she's
tablespoons.
talking about. Jeez.
It says 2 tablespoons of tomato paste. So that's roughly that much.
It's about
Yeah.
Give or take. We can go a little more because I have it.
Yeah. Why not?
Why not 2 heaping, right?
There you
There
go.
you
Or just extra large tablespoons.
Yep. And then it calls for like red pepper flake, salt, pepper, yada, yada, yada. I'm just going to use Uncle Steve's South Texas Red.
Okay. Good call.
Just about that much. And I like to listen to my ancestors. So, and you're like, what are you talking about? So when you're adding ingredients.
Good night,
And you're
Cheryl. Thank you for stopping by.
And you're just throwing
Okay,
stuff
Cheryl.
in. Bye, Cheryl. And you're just throwing stuff in, and you hear this voice in the back of your head that says, "Whoa!" That's your ancestors telling you that's enough.
And if you still
Okay.
don't know what he's talking about, whenever you make sweet tea.
Now
And
he's
the-
using the Southwest Red. I'm using the original Uncle Steve's
Ooh.
There you go.
just to give it a little extra. Because I like
Oh,
the
I
extra.
wish this wasn't a family show at this point. I could say something, but
Whoa.
See, now who's dirty minded? Now who's dirty minded?
Okay, now pay. We need to mix up some. Need to get this ready. Crack me 1 egg and put it in there. Need to get rid of this trash.
look at those mad skills.
See?
Crack an egg.
Of course.
And then I want to use some.
It was for your chocolate.
Yeah. So I'm gonna add some,
What do you make?
just a little bit of Italian stuff, the Italian blend, because that's what I have. And let's add some Parmesan because it's here.
Oh, good to me.
Look at that.
Move this.
So Mike's got going on there. Look at that. Boy, that's coming together nicely, Mike.
Yep. And I'm gonna hold off. I'm adding ricotta cheese because
Mm.
I don't want it to curdle.
It says ricotta, whatever you want. In our neck of the woods, I call it ricotta. But
Okay.
what's the carbs in it? It's cheese, right? So it shouldn't be that much.
Yeah,
wouldn't
it's
think.
got 4 grams of total carbs in it, but
Okay, that's a
it's not
pretty
bad. And
decent
that's
sized
for a
container.
quarter cup, and I'm going to use the whole thing here. And
Okay,
Ricotta. There's
Okay.
the nutritional facts.
there you go. Okay, right on.
Yeah, you got the same amount as I do.
Yeah, so there you go.
And I think
Mine
the
is,
ingredients right there.
Galvani.
There we go. There's Lee. I lost Lee for a second. There we go.
Now, our buddy Charlie over at Cooking Secrets for Men,
Yeah.
Okay.
and
Now I'm gonna need
Tom Garvey and Marie Garvey, they taught me it's mozzarella and it's ricotta.
then mince and put in that batter.
It's mozzarella, not mozzarella.
As Charlie is Italian and Marie is Italian, and
Yeah.
Charlie
Tom's
says,
Irish.
yeah, Tom says, or Charlie says, Tom is the most Italian Irishman he's ever seen.
That's funny. I thought Tom was Italian the way he talked. Not necessarily the way he talks, but the way he cooks when I first met him.
Yeah,
I thought, oh, that's got Italian written all over it. And no,
yes, indeed. And he grew up in an area where there's a lot of Italians, so that's why he's got that. So
makes sense.
yeah, but I'm with Tom. I'm an Irishman. Well, Scott's Irish.
I'm Kraut. So I'm on a flight years ago from Phoenix to Farmington, New Mexico, and our plane didn't start. And I used to speak a little German. That's besides the point. And our pilot was from East Germany, although he had immigrated and the wall had fallen, etc. And he was funny because our plane wouldn't start. So he's like, hey, bring over a 747 and give us a jump. Well, they did bring over a truck and jump the plane, right?
Uh-huh.
And he gets on the microphone after he goes, passengers, we're started and we're getting ready to take off. I need you to do this, blah, blah, blah. And he goes, don't make me angry because you don't want me to be a sauerkraut.
Oh, that's funny. Well, I say I got that because my mother, she's got her side being from Australia, but they started out in Scotland and England. So I got that, and then I got Cherokee Indian in me too. So
At the end of the day, we're all mutts.
yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. And I'll tell you something that just when I took the DNA test, and my cousins have confirmed this because they had it also. When I'm okay with it. Well, I mean, what the heck? I mean, but I had no idea because I recommend you take a DNA test because by golly, it'll tell you some stuff you did not know about yourself.
Yeah.
Or you find out that you've committed crimes and now you're associated with something.
Yeah. But it showed that I had 4% from South Asia, and it had India circled.
Okay. Scotty's backyard barbecue. Hello.
Really? Hey, Scotty.
What's up, Scotty?
Now, the other thing is I found out
And yes, Belt Loop, that is.
we've also got Scandinavian. So
Okay. Well, you're from all over the world, dude.
yeah, I'm a mutt. You said it yourself.
Yeah. So I give it to
One of
my wife's.
uncles, before this 23andMe and all that stuff, one of my uncles tracked it back to an ancestor that came off the boat from Germany.
Okay. Yep.
Yeah.
Same here. Yeah.
And
So-
they actually got in touch. They got in touch with somebody in Germany who's like a relative.
Nice. My last name in Germany is spelled W-A-H-L. This is my favorite part. F-A-R-T-H. I have the word fart in my name in German. I love it. So I got that 23andMe, and I got one for myself and Jean. We never took it, but I got one for her best friend, who's a good friend of mine as well. She found out that her dad was not her dad,
Oh,
that she had 31 siblings
Whoa.
from a donor back in
Oh,
the
wow.
70s. I'm like, I'm not sure I want to take this test now.
Do it for the plot, Mike. Do it for the plot.
There you go. Belt Loop wants to know, why is the Millennium Falcon on the cutting board? Is it
I'm
flavor
about
related?
to show you my friend because I'm excited. There's a story behind it, and this came in the mail today. I was getting ready for my afternoon nap. Both cubs come running up, going, "Oh man, you got some explaining to do."
Lee, is
And-
this the same one that made the castle run in less than 12 parsecs?
Yes,
Okay, just double checking.
and the satellite dish moves. I'm just saying.
Oh, is it a vent?
That's so cool, man.
You see that? Look at that.
I see Chewy.
Yeah.
Oh,
No, whatever they cook in there is going to be chewy.
Yeah.
look, it's even got the Rebel Alliance logo.
That's awesome.
So, y'all check my video coming up tomorrow. The unboxing is there, and Kay and I laughed hysterically through this whole thing.
Huh.
Oh yeah.
So I'm going to bake and grease it up. And I wasn't going to do this, but then when this came in, I was like, I kind of have to, right? We're going to try, I should use butter. Dang it. I'm
with
gonna
Belt
try
Loop. That would
a-
make a fun waffle.
I'm going to try a chaffle, a garlic cheese bread style chaffle.
Okay.
There you go.
So it's the 5 million cheese, an egg, or the Italian blend cheese, an egg, and garlic. 3 cloves of
Lasagna
garlic.
soup and truffles. I like it.
Look at that.
Well, this might only get me one there, Faye, but that's all right. I only need one.
You handed me one egg.
But that's all right.
So, do you know what the cockpit of the Millennium Falcon was designed after?
Huh?
B-29 bomber.
Oh,
Oh, wow.
that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
That's cool.
If you watch any of the behind the scenes, like how they came up with all that Star Wars stuff, it's amazing the like inexpensive, no budget they had to start with.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Take different model parts and put them together. That's how the Battlestar Galactica, the original one, was made. Like 10 different models and threw it together.
Have you seen Mark Hamill do his impression of Harrison Ford?
Yes.
Oh, he is dead on.
Yes.
All right,
Close your eyes.
that should be good.
That's
Now,
pretty cool, man.
yeah, now I don't have any extra garlic powder around here. So I'm going to use the next best thing, a little bit of Lucky Shake.
There you go.
And just put a little bit on there.
So, Mike, remember when we did that live when we were talking about this a year and a half ago about Johnny Depp and Amber Heard?
Yes.
And I started getting people comment because of that. Right. So, you know what we're going to get? We're going to get a lot of Star Wars folks now coming over,
Probably.
checking this out because we're talking about the Millennium Falcon.
Probably. And it seemed like every time we had a live for about a month after that, their names ended up in the live somehow.
That was on purpose.
I know.
There at one point I was like, this is a no Johnny Depp Amber Heard zone.
Yeah.
But that was on purpose. Right?
Yeah.
So my
You're all
super-
probably just waiting for someone to ask about the Millennium Falcon, weren't you? Yeah.
Yep. Yep.
I'm telling you, I was so excited, and I'm still excited. You can tell.
You ought to be. That's a neat find.
It's waffle powered.
There's the story behind it though is what makes it really funny, because I got tagged on Facebook about this, and I didn't even comment. I just put a thumbs up. You know, I liked it. Hey, cool, whatever. My wife was like, no, you don't need it. And I didn't comment. I left it. Well, then one of my aunts, oh, you need that. That's awesome. And my wife commented negatively to my aunt. Another aunt came on.
By negatively, he means he doesn't need this.
Yes. And then
he already
another
has
aunt comments. Another aunt comments, hey, you know, this would be great for your show or whatever. No, he doesn't need this. He's not getting it. Okay. So anyway, it goes on, and she kind of like tells me, don't you dare order that because you don't need it, yada, yada. And I mean, I kind of got scolded a little bit. I felt
because you wouldn't.
You hadn't even bought it.
I felt like I was 10, and I was like, I didn't even say anything. I
better go to the Amazon and hit cancel.
Yeah, I was like, I haven't even looked it up, you know? And so I go up for my nap today. The girls were getting ready to go out to clean out the car, and they were like, hey, who you guys can explain it to?
Because
who is this person?
Because we didn't recognize the name, and we saw the Millennium Falcon, and we were like, oh no, something's gonna happen. Mom's gonna blow up because I doubt she knows about this because he doesn't tell her about the Star Wars stuff.
No, I don't.
So we ran upstairs and we're like, Pop, what are you doing? And he was like, well, give me a second. And so he gets out, like out of like where he was to come talk to us. And we go, what is this? And he kind of looks at it and he goes, oh, that's awesome. Why did you get this? I don't know. Who is this? Oh, 2 years ago when I went to Florida, one of the friends I met.
Yeah.
Okay. So Mom comes home from work today. We didn't say a word about it.
This is funny because I washed it and then set it up in the strainer.
By the sink. So she goes to wash her hands or gets into the sink. It's right here. So about 5 minutes, she didn't say a word. We're looking at each other like, no. And then she looks at it, takes another look. Peyton, is that new? And I giggle. And then here she comes. She turns around and starts yelling at me. And then naming people. I said, I didn't order it. It just arrived. Yeah, right. Ain't none of your YouTube friends send you nothing. What are you talking about? I said, no. She said, was it one of your aunts? She's going through a list of my aunts, my cousins, and I said, no, relatives, nobody I'm related to. She starts naming off all you guys on YouTube, and I said, no, ain't nobody on YouTube. And she says, well, who was it? She said, if it's my sister, I'm going straight to Ohio and kicking her tail. And I was like, dang. So she goes out to find the box. Well, because you said the box is in the garage. And then she comes back in and she goes, really? She sends you this? It's a friend that we met. And she sent you this? And her fingers are busy. Blah, blah, blah. She's like jokingly ripping her. Mm-hmm. And I was like, I didn't read it. But anyway, she's like, and I said, make sure you add in that the unboxing video is tomorrow.
Yeah,
exactly.
Well, I say define need.
Exactly.
Well, her thing was that I have a Darth Vader one that a lady I went to high school with saw it, thought of me, and bought it. So I have a Darth Vader one, and then I have a Vader Luke Skywalker battle, like lightsaber battle one.
And then
that's cool.
Do you have a Death Star?
So no, the Death Star is
popcorn maker.
The popcorn maker.
Sorry, my bad.
So that was where she was saying you don't need it because we don't make that many waffles.
No, we don't.
Well, like I said, define need.
Ooh,
yeah,
that's looking good.
Oh my goodness!
If I take all of my old Amazon junk and dump it into a box in an Amazon box and send it to Lee.
He would probably find half the stuff interesting.
But will he get in trouble? That's what I'm wanting to know.
Yes.
Well, what's funny is
all right, Lee, you got a box on the way.
What's funny is I posted on Facebook
before she even got home.
Before she even knew that it was there. I posted on Facebook and tagged the friend, And the comments, there was 3 comments before we went live. They said it didn't come from my house.
It wasn't me.
It wasn't me.
Mike, you're putting some cheese in.
I'm getting that ricotta cheese in there.
Nice.
Yeah, so
So it won't curdle the cheese. It's simmered for a while.
Look at this.
Yeah. Now we get this stirred up.
You're such a dork.
You can almost. It's like you can almost smell this.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, the house is smelling great.
Crack the door. We probably should have done that before we turned the gas on.
Smells like Little Italy.
But, if you don't have fun in the kitchen, what's the point of cooking, right?
Totally agree, dude. Totally agree.
Couldn't agree more.
Belt Loop's got a question.
Yeah, Belt Loop.
Yeah, it goes. A lot of people use cottage cheese for lasagna. Seems like it might not work for a soup. Thoughts?
That's why I didn't use it.
It would, in my opinion, because the cheese melts.
So I thought about that because growing up, that's how I always made lasagna, and that's how my mom made it, was with cottage cheese.
Yep.
But when I watched my man cooking with CJ, he made a ricotta mixture with Parmesan cheese, and they put it on top of the bowl.
Okay.
So you have your soup base, which we have here. Once you ladle it and put it in the soup, then you put your dollop of ricotta Parmesan on top as the garnish.
Right.
Oh, gotcha. Okay.
I'm gonna start.
Well, which I've done when I do lasagna. I tend to do a mixture of ricotta and cottage cheese when I do it.
Okay. Bat says smell-o-vision. I agree. You can almost smell it. That's what's so cool about it. It looks that good. And Belt Loop says lasagna is about the only way I will eat cottage cheese. It's a texture thing. Okay, I get it.
Well, Belt Loop, I'm going to tell you what. Look at that.
Look at that. Oh my goodness, man.
Pretty.
Using that.
Now I'm going to tell you what, Belt Loop. I'm going to tell you how you can enjoy cottage cheese and you won't have a texture because with the texture thing. Blend it. Put it in the blender and blend it till it's smooth. You'll love it.
Kind of like you do butter, right? Butter, you get the fluffy butter. You just blend the hell out of it or whatever.
Right. And just blend the cottage cheese until it's as smooth as it can be. It's a great dip. If you put some Italian seasoning in it or some taco seasoning, anything like that. You got a great dip.
So I like to take regular cottage cheese and simply add black pepper,
That's
or a low sodium, low sugar barbecue rub.
There you go.
Okay. So
Like
Belt Loop says, looks good, Mike. And he also says, this is my favorite line. Then it would be like drinking cheese. I like cheese, but.
No, I'm with you there. It's thicker than you would think.
Maybe mixed for a dip or something. Sorry, Lee.
What? I missed it, huh?
Huh? What? Huh?
Squirrel.
Oh, you were saying something, and I was talking about Belt Loop.
All right, here we go. Boom.
Dang, look at that. That's awesome, man.
That couldn't be more perfect.
No kidding.
That was just enough, and I did not measure.
You didn't do it.
Oh, I'm getting excited. Hold on. Oh, I need a plate.
Doesn't it, Belt Loop? It looks amazing. That's awesome.
It does.
Belt Loop says it looks great.
I need a plate.
Also talked about a pig's ear sandwich. Tastes good, but the thought, I agree with you. Unless it was made on that Millennium Falcon
Oh,
chop.
man.
Look at that, dude. That's so cool. Right on. Look at the detail on that, too. That's just great.
Isn't that cool, Peg?
Yeah. Your first one, you won't be able to make another one like it.
No.
Ever again. The other ones will be missing the cockpit or missing one of the forks out the front.
Right.
Yeah, how much of what did I add? I don't know. All right. Let that go a little bit longer. That's
I
done.
did notice, Lee, it was bubbling earlier.
Yeah, so I turned the heat up, brought it to a boil, and let it boil for a minute, just to try to get it to thicken up a bit.
Okay.
It's still simmering.
Yeah.
So, that's what I want, is I want it to thicken up a little bit. I did end up adding the rest of that tomato paste, I can. Just because when I tasted it, I didn't get I got more water.
Okay.
Not water, but, like diluted broth.
Beltloop says the Red Apple in Jackson makes pig's ear sandwiches. I've had one, but I won't eat another.
I like pig ears. So does my dog.
Keto Mama Michelle says hi. Happy New Year's.
Come on.
Howdy, howdy.
Hey, hey.
We are ready for a taste test here.
Okay.
All right. You ready, Mike?
Yep.
All right. Hold on. We got Miss Page approval, too. Let's see. Come on, Paige. Tell us. We are ready.
I'm cooling it off.
I don't blame you.
Hold
Oh,
Nice.
because I got to add my.
The
Delicious.
approvals don't get any better than that, Mike.
this is.
Paige, did he make enough to share with all of us?
No, just to
Mike.
share with me.
Mike, there's a whole bunch of us here in this chat.
I'll ship you some.
Okay.
You want to share us some of yours?
Well, I didn't make any, but
Well,
I'm a producer. I don't make stuff. I make stuff up.
That's the truth. I get
All
it.
right. Well, I'm glad you enjoyed it, Miss
What
Paige.
producers are supposed to do.
Yeah.
that's really good.
Hey, Michelle.
With me?
Yep.
Yes.
Great. Bye, guys.
Bye.
Good seeing you as always. All right, let's check out Lee.
So now I'm adding the palmini noodles because in the original recipe, they took 10 lasagna noodles and broke them up into bite-sized pieces. So I have whatever. And I'm
Thank you,
just cutting
Beltloop, for that.
Just cutting it into fighter-sized pieces and dropping it in.
Little TIE fighter size.
Fighter size, yeah. And then stirring it around. And that's going to bring down the temperature in my pot just a little bit,
Yeah.
but it's also going to heat through.
Yeah.
And Pay had got some of the base. And tell them what you did.
So I just put it in a measuring cup for maybe like a cup, and then because it had all the fixings in it, I crushed up a pack of ramen noodles. I didn't end up using the packet because he already made everything.
Enough
And
salt, anyways.
Right. And then, so I just have it in there. I covered it with a pot holder so it would melt. Or not melt, but like cook the noodles. And they're pretty much done. So now I'm just adding ricotta cheese. And then I'm going to stir it together and plate it up.
Nice.
Michelle made chili this weekend, low-carb chili. I love it.
Yeah. Sounds good.
We will plug this. Oh, man. I'm so tickled with this. I'm so tickled with that.
That is cool, man.
That is cool as it can be.
I know that was like a side thing, you know.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I'm going to cut the heat off.
Lee, yours looks like a chili to me almost. Just color, not consistency or anything. It
Yeah.
has the same color as a chili.
And that's because of the tomato paste and the marinara.
Yeah.
Okay.
And the chunks, instead of getting them really fine, I left them kind of what I call bear chopped, which is just really rustic.
Okay.
It's okay, Bill. Drop your link. It's all right. That's why it's there.
Yeah. Belt says, great. Now I'm thinking I need a waffle iron for eggs. And maybe a Falcon. Yeah, heck yeah.
Heck yeah.
Nothing wrong with that, man.
That thing is just awesome.
It really is.
All right, so now I'm going to...
Oh, boy.
Speaking of the Falcons, they fired their head coach. And
Oh, yeah, I saw that.
I'm here to tell you, if I'd been Arthur Blank, I'd have told Arthur Smith, call Daddy, see if he can FedEx you home.
Mm-hmm.
Look at that. Yeah, it looks like chili, and the white part looks like crackers. Is it?
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, it does. Now, what he rinsed those noodles off, because I'm here to tell you that is a key component to having the noodles. Rinse them really, really good.
Nice. All right. We ready?
Now I got to take this ricotta mixture.
Oh, sorry. There we go.
Oh, yeah.
Garnish.
Right on top. See, and it drops in there, and it's going to melt in.
Uh-huh.
So I'm trying to get enough up there so you can see it.
Yep.
And then a little bit of parsley flake, as long as I don't spill it. How's that?
I think this is when the red pepper flake would go really good with this. That looks amazing.
Oh, like, yes.
There's Pace.
Oh, yeah.
Very nice, Pay.
Hers looks more like an ice cream sundae or something.
It does. I was thinking a nice
And
scoop
you know
of
what?
vanilla, and
It doesn't matter.
It's all right. It's all right.
It's all right.
All right, I'm going to cut this camera here off.
yeah, cut away, baby.
That way I can get a picture. I don't know. Maybe it'll work.
I'm going to do the same thing.
Leave.
We can see you taking that picture. That was funny.
Right.
That was awesome, actually.
Oh, and now it's too hot.
I thought I could get Mike doing it too, but
Yeah.
it won't show it. Oh, bummer.
Now the phone's too hot.
Oh, no.
Oh,
You can
yeah.
always scoop up another one, Lee.
Huh?
You can always scoop up another one.
Yeah. Yeah,
Maybe.
there is that. You got yours on you?
It's like, no, I'd rather just leave you guys hanging while this food is sitting here driving them crazy.
I know. Doesn't it look good?
It does.
I don't know what you're talking about leaving them hanging. I'm down. I'm chowing down.
Yeah,
You
Pace,
are.
She's destroying it. So tell them about it. Is that getting creamy because the ricotta's melting?
Well, I also added ricotta into it.
Okay.
Like the colors off.
So you added your ricotta into it.
And on top. I'm not a soup person, but if it's covered in cheese, I'll eat it. So the more ricotta, the better. You want to try it?
Still too hot.
I also added Lucky Shake on top.
Oh, a little bit lucky.
That's the story of my life. If it's covered in cheese, I'll eat it.
Yeah.
Now that tastes like, all the stuff, the filling that falls out between the noodles.
Mm-hmm.
That's what that tastes like.
That's what we're going for a bit, too.
That's the best part, dude.
Yep.
All right, here he goes. He's got the spoon in the bowl. He's lifting it to his mouth. He just took a bite, and now he's looking at the camera.
This is weird. We're making eye contact.
Prey and the predator.
This is weird. We're making eye contact while I'm doing this with the soft sounds of the.
Oh, that's funny.
As long as you got socks
You
on,
know,
it's okay.
the palmini noodles work with this because it gives you a little crunch factor like an al dente noodle.
Okay.
Well, more like an undercooked noodle. Not quite al dente. Because it gives you a little crunch, but it's not off-putting at all.
Sensational soup.
Me personally, I'm not a fan of it.
Welcome to Lee's Sensational Soup Hour.
How was that? Was that better?
I was watching you. I got my eyes on you.
Here's where I'm differing from Lee. I don't know if you can see, but I put. You can't see.
Don't say don't dump it too much.
No, I'm gonna have to do it. I'm gonna take a picture that I'm gonna show you on the camera.
Oh, I thought that was a fly swatter for a second. I look like one, dude. I'm not kidding.
No,
the hell?
not a fly swatter. Let me take a picture and then.
Yeah, I'm down with this.
Right on.
This is like the inside, like all the stuff that falls out of the noodles.
Okay.
Whoops.
And then
Yeah, that's
one
by
version,
far the best part, dude.
if you don't have a pot to cook the broth, just hot water, season it up really good. Add your all and every kind of seasoning you want. A little bit of tomato paste. You can use onion and garlic or onion flakes, garlic flakes. The meat you want, you can get it from your dining hall. Just steal it from your dining hall. And then add a lot of cheese, Parmesan you can take from your dining hall. And yeah, you're good.
All right.
Okay, we can see it, Mike. All right.
Now has mozzarella on top.
Ooh.
I
Okay.
had got mozzarella, but we didn't use it.
And that's my picture. That's going to be the one I put on there when I change out the thumbnail in a couple of days.
Now, Pay, did you get the crunch from the ramen?
How was your ramen?
Oh. I mean, they're done. They're cooked, so there's not much
Okay.
crunch. It's kind of
Okay.
soft.
Okay.
But it goes down really easy. I can see myself eating this like in my dorm room, actually.
Right on. I
Yeah.
like it.
Yeah.
Great job, guys.
I'm going to tell you that ricotta. That ricotta is what makes it.
Okay.
It almost
Oh, yeah. I
tastes
fully
like
agree.
ravioli filling.
Looks great,
Oh.
Mike.
Yeah.
That's what it's ravioli.
Ravioli filling.
Ah, ravioli. Yeah.
That's what it is. Meat,
Nice.
cheese, pasta.
Yeah.
Now, Lee, I got a challenge for you for next week.
Okay.
What do you say that we make chili?
Okay.
Guys, and I won't be here next week. I'm sorry. Or the week after.
We'll manage.
I know.
You going to Salt Lake City?
No, thank God. No, I
I'm-
have to go. Now I have a doctor's appointment. I have 2 doctor's appointments back to back, Wednesday and Wednesday. So fun.
Okay. Chili.
But then I'll
Keto.
be back.
Keto chili.
Yep.
So
Oh,
that's
great
without
idea.
beans. So it's Texas style.
Texas style, yes.
Okay. Yeah.
Nice, guys. Well, there we have it.
Nice. I like this.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, there you go, guys. If you
Yeah.
want the recipe, just go back and review the video.
There you
You
go.
guys got it going on. Check them out. They're still chomping away up there in the upper
Yeah.
left-hand corner.
You-
Good job.
Ah,
All right. Well, I want to thank everybody for stopping
got-
by.
and you got the lasagna soup 3 ways.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
And I got the chef because I didn't get to taste any of it. Whatever. I'll remember that. All right, Mike, you want to say anything on our way out?
Oh, wait.
Oh,
We've got to try the.
oh my
the
gosh.
pumpkin.
Jill from Yester Kitchen. You guys, she's got a great
Oh,
channel.
wow.
Hi, Jill. Howdy.
We were just talking about you last week.
Jill's awesome. She's a snowbird. She went from northern Idaho down to SoCal for the winter.
Doesn't
That's
it doesn't give me the garlic bread feel.
Yeah, that's
That's a culture shock. Idaho to Southern Cal.
Yeah, well, she's a SoCal girl, but she moved up to northern Idaho and for the summers, and then she in the winter she heads back down. I don't blame her. I would too if it's warmer.
Heck yeah.
And I
Jim,
met her
we were
actually.
talking
She's
about you-
awesome.
We were just talking about you the other day. We was shouting out your channel.
Oh, we love you too, Joe. All right, Mike, you got anything to say as we head out?
Well, I hope we entertained you. I hope you'll try to make this. And we'll see you next week when we make chili.
There
Now
you go.
this does taste like a kind of like a garlic bread.
There you go.
It's I mean it's a lot denser than garlic bread, but
That
I
Millennium
want
Falcon bread.
yeah.
Nice.
Dunking that in there, man, that'll be great in there.
Lee, what say you as we head out?
Thank you all. I hope you give this a try.
Yes.
Or spin it up any way you want.
Mhm.
Pretty simple. And I want to say thank you to my lovely assistant.
Thank you guys for having
Thank
me
you,
on
Faye.
for
Yeah.
2 weeks. It's been fun.
Hey, I enjoyed the
Yeah.
banter. It was fun.
I'm so glad you joined us these past 2 weeks.
And
Yep.
we will catch you guys next week. Battle Chili. Keto Chili.
Keto chili.
There
I
we
got
go.
Which, if you don't put the beans in it, it's keto chili anyway.
you. Pretty much, yeah. Yeah.
Yep.
Well, I'm the producer, and I won't be here the next 2 weeks. So you guys enjoy that chili without me. But I'll catch it on the flip side.
All righty.
All right. Thanks,
All right,
Mike.
Have a
guys.
great one.
Thank you, everybody. Have a
Wow.
good night.
Later.